Okay, Corky here again. Now, what I want you to do is focus on what you want to have. So this is the next step. So what you want to do is you want to know, like you know that you can get these things. And you want to be wise in choosing what it is you want. So I'm just going to give you a really quick story here. I wanted to meet Mr. Right. So I wrote on my vision board. I had a little cutout and I had this romantic couple, and I wrote that I had met Mr. Right. And it didn't take long, and I met this man, and his last name was Right. Yeah, God has a sense of humor. And so I met this man, and we dated a couple times, but it just didn't click. You know, it just wasn't right. And so I told him it just wasn't going to work. It just didn't click for me. And he started stalking me. And it was really kind of scary because he would actually peek in my windows, and it was scary. Luckily, I had already talked to someone, a friend of mine that lived about 30 miles away, and I was able to move, and he never knew me again. I was long gone. But these things happen. You've got to be really, really crystal clear with what you ask for, because what you're asking for, you've got to put it in the right words so that you're not asking for Mr. Right and end up with, some creep. So, you also want to pick the pictures that you want to have. Like, for instance, I've got this picture of my Lexus, okay? I've got this picture. Now, what if I don't want a red one? What if I really want a white one? Guess what color I'm going to end up with? I'm going to end up with a red Lexus. It's not going to be white. It's going to be red. Because what am I focusing on? A red Lexus. So you've got to be careful with what you put up there. I had a vision board, and I wanted a car, and I wanted it white, but I could only find a picture of it in blue. Well, guess what color it ended up being? Yep, you got it. I got blue. So, and also I went on a cruise, and last year I decided to put one on my vision board that I was going to go on a free cruise in January. I didn't know how. It doesn't matter how. That's another thing you need to learn, is the how doesn't matter. It's not your business. So I didn't know how I was going to get on this cruise, but I knew I was going to get a paid-for cruise, or at least semi-paid for. And so I put this picture of a cruise ship on my vision board. Well, that picture, that exact cruise ship is what I went on. I went on that ship because I thought it was cute. It had bright orange swirly stuff on it, and I thought, oh, this would be really cool. So be really careful with what you choose to be your picture, because you're going to end up with that. You're going to end up, it could have been a trip to Hong Kong or something. So be careful where you want to go and put the right cruise ship on your vision board. Otherwise, you may be a little disappointed. So these are really important, critical things to remember when you're putting your vision board together. Also, and I'm going to show you later, but you never want to, everything's coming apart here. Okay, never want to overlap them. In other words, like this. Unless you want to eat ice cream in your Lexus, you want to have them separate on your vision board. So we're going to talk more about it, and get your things together, put all of your materials together, and have your mindset in having what you want to have. This is not a joke. This is real. This is really, really real. And I know people have told me, oh, that stuff doesn't work. Well, it doesn't work because your mind is saying it doesn't work. So you've got to pick things that it could possibly happen. If it's something like, tomorrow I'm going to have $1 million, I wouldn't put that on there, because your subconscious is going to have a big laughing spree, because it's just really funny. So you need to gradually have goalposts to get to that $1 million tomorrow. And that can happen. Not tomorrow, but in a tomorrow. So go for it, get your things together, and make it so that it's possible to your subconscious. It is possible. If you're making $5,000 a month right now and you want to make 10, it's possible. If you're making $5,000 a month right now and you want to make $100,000 a month, it's going to be a stretch, and your subconscious may just flatten it out. So you've got to make things that, yeah, I think I could possibly do that. If I can make 5, I can double it. So get in touch with your subconscious and really get straight about what you want, and pick out the right pictures that you're doing. So to the next one.